material benedictions. Now, here the first verse to sixth verse break up is that Prahlada told Narsimhadeva, "Do not tempt me with material boons. I am an unmotivated servant and not a merchant." Thank you very much. I am an unmotivated servant and not a merchant. That's what he says up to the sixth verse. Then, seventh verse to tenth verse, Prahlada says, Prahlada desired not to have any material desires. First of all, he is denying the boon, and then he is denying even to have a desire to have material desires. He does not even want to have material desires. So this is what is the breakup for first to 10th verse. Then 11th to 34th verse, we will see how Lord Narsimadeva's instructions and Prahlada's coronation. And then 35th verse to 50th verse, we see Narada Muni concludes the narration. Then 51st verse to 70th verse, we see how Lord Shiva destroys the three invisible cities of the demons. So now we get back to Bhagavatam from Bhagavad Subodhini. We will see how Prahlad Maharaj refuses to accept anything. He says, a servant is not a servant and master is not a master if the relation is based on give and take of material things, that you will see now, 7th canto, chapter 10, verse number 5. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 10, Text number 5. आशासनो न वैभृत्य स्वामिन्याशीस आत्मनः न स्वामी भृत्यतः स्वाम्यम् इच्छं यो राति चाशिषः. Means ashasanaha, a person who desires in exchange of service. No, not. Why, indeed. Brityaha, a qualified servant or a pure devotee of the Lord. Swamini, from the master. Ashishaha, material benefit. Atmanaha, for personal sense gratification. No, nor. Swami, the master. Brityataha, from the servant. Swamyam, the prestigious position of being master. Icchan, desiring. Yaha, any such master who Rati bestows also Ashisaha material profit. So Canto 7, Chapter 10, Text 5, Srimad Bhagavatam translation by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. A servant who desires material profits from his master is certainly not a qualified servant or a pure devotee. Similarly, a master who bestows benedictions upon his servant because of a desire to maintain a prestigious position as a master is also not a pure master. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 20, Kamais taistair ritajnana prapadyante anya devataha means those whose minds are distorted by material desires surrender unto demigods. A demigod cannot become master, for the real master is Supreme Personality of Godhead. The demigods, to keep their prestigious positions, bestow upon their worshippers whatever benedictions the worshippers want. For example, once it was found that an asura took a benediction from Lord Shiva, by which the asura would be able to kill someone simply by placing his hands on the person's head. Such benedictions are possible to receive from the demigods. If one worships Supreme Personality of Godhead, however, the Lord will never offer him such condemned benedictions. On the contrary, it is said that in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 88, verse number 8, Yasyaham anugrahanami harishye tad dhanam shanaihi. Means if one is too materialistic, but at the same time wants to be servant of the Supreme Lord, the Lord, because of his supreme compassion for the devotee, takes away all his material opulences and obliges him to be a pure devotee of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaja distinguishes between the pure devotee and the pure master. The Lord is the pure master, the supreme master, whereas an unalloyed devotee with no material motives is the pure servant. One who has materialistic motivations cannot become a servant, and one who unnecessarily bestows benedictions upon his servant to keep his own prestigious position is not a real master. So here we are able to clearly see what is the qualification of a servant and what is the qualification of a master, and what is the difference between the two categories of masters, the demigods and supreme lord. So demigods come under the category of those masters who sometimes, to maintain their prestigious positions, will offer any benedictions just to keep the devotee hooked to himself. Uh, but Krishna is such a master that if somebody, with all the anarthas, if somebody still we go, we may have so many problems, so much contaminations. But if we desire that I want to be your pure devotee, means pure devotee means what? Pure devotee servant. Devotee means what? One who does devotional service. Devotional service means what? It is action, means it's service, devotional service. Devotional service is that service which is done only to Krishna, and it is done, anyabhilashita shunyam, jnana karmadi anavritam, anukulyena Krishna anushilanam bhakti ruchyate, right? Something like that. So here, they should not have any other desire other than, the basic needs, with choking needs. Like we may have the urge to go to toilet. That time we will really desire to go to toilet. So then we will not be barred from becoming pure devotees because we have the urge to go to toilet. It's not like that. Leaving such urges, which are really our choking needs, other than that, the need to eat food when we are hungry, the need to drink water when we are thirsty, like that, the mothers may have the need to get their daughters married. It's also a choking need, when daughter is growing up and wanting a marriage, and when we don't get a qualified son. So other than some choking urges, then don't expect to get a child for the daughter, or the daughter or son should get into a better job and all. Then don't go after that. Then go into your sadhana. So if we are always doing our sadhana simply to please Krishna, and when there's an urge, then we should go to Krishna only, not to any devata. Like akama sarva kamova moksha kama udarati. Tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. If I have quoted it correctly, which means whether you are having no desires or whether you are full of desire, sarva kamova. A kama is one who has no desire. Or if somebody is desiring to merge with the Lord, that's also moksha kama, it's called. It's not any great thing, to desire to merge in the Lord is a topmost material desire, because materialists, they say, I want television, I want a car, all till they die. They're asking for something only till they die. But these people who are topmost spiritualists but materialists, they are also materialists. They say, I want permanent happiness, for which I want to become God by merging in him, and I want to become him so that I can fully enjoy forever. So this is highest materialism actually. So even them, you know one who has no desire, or one who is full of desire, one who has no desire means no desire for himself, means he has only desire to please Krishna, whether that kind of a pure devotee, or sarva kamava, one who has all the desires. What they have to do is they have to do tivrena bhakti yogena, intensify a devotional service. See, what was the greatness of Dhruva Maharaj, little Dhruva, who was full of desires, was that when he is chanting or when he is doing tapasya, he was not thinking, oh, this much chanting I did. I once I get to see him, I will ask for this, I will ask for that. No, he had desires. So when he started doing his tapasya, he's not thinking of his desires. That's the point to be noted. Dhruva's greatness is that in between the japa, he's not thinking, oh, now how much more japa I have to do? When will the Lord come? No, I will just go on. I have come here to see the Lord till I meet the Lord, how much ever time it takes. Even if I die before that, no problem. But I am not going to go back. I am going to see Krishna and then go. And till I see Krishna, I don't want any other desires to bother me. Means he was desire free when he was doing his tapasya. Only one desire was to see the Lord. All other desires he kept aside. Though he did tapasya to get something, he kept it aside. And then he only wanted to see Krishna and please Krishna actually, so that Krishna will come to show himself. We have to please Krishna. So, even if we are full of desires, we have to do devotional service with the intention of pleasing Krishna, not with the intention of I did this much japa. Now, will Krishna give me or not? I am doing so much japa. Why Krishna is not giving me this gift? I asked, and why he didn't give? No, there's no such things. Just go on. If you're really greedy to get something, just go on chanting till when Krishna wants to give. Krishna will surely give. If it is morally right thing to do, then Krishna will do. But if it is morally wrong or it is spiritually incorrect, like a person who is very attached to wealth, if he says, I want to be Krishna's servant also, Prabhupada says, then Krishna will arrange to take away his wealth so that he will start depending on the Lord and start serving the Lord like that. So if it is spiritually correct and morally correct, then Krishna will, fulfill the desire. If we are asking for something we really are needing, he will fulfill the desire. But till he fulfills the desire, we should not in between think about a desire. We should only, when we are chanting, focus only on the chanting. So this way, Krishna will train us to become like this. So, but if you go to a devata or a demigod, what happens is that they will give you anything and everything which is good or even bad. Like Prabhupada is quoting Lord Shiva's example, wherein he gave the boon to an asura who wanted to place his hand on anybody's head. And if he places the hand on somebody's head, he said that person should die. Whosoever head I touch, that person should die. So this kind of a benediction, Prabhupada says Krishna will never give. But Devatas give, and Prabhupada says they give to keep their positions. They attach their positions or their prestigious position. So Krishna is not like that. So we should go to a master who is not attached to his prestigious position. Our master Krishna is such an amazing master. Yesterday only in our class, Gauranga Krishna Prabhu was saying that you see there is this Dadichi Muni, that you saw in sixth canto. Dadichi Muni, this Indra people, they are going to Dadichi Muni. Lord Vishnu only is telling. What Lord Vishnu is saying? Lord Vishnu is saying, you go to my very nice devotee is there, one pure devotee, Dadichi Muni is there. Go to him and tell him that you want his bones from the body. Means he has to die to give his bones. Hmm? Go to Dadichi and ask for his bone. In that you make your Vajrayuda. And in that you kill my another devotee, Vratrasura. My very good devotee is Vratrasura. To kill him, you need such a powerful body's bones. And Dadichi Muni has done so much devotional service. So he's so strong, so powerful. His body is so strong. And his body's bones are going to help you in killing. So Lord Vishnu arranged to kill two of his wonderful devotees for making Indra survive in his post. And what kind of devotee was Indra? He was a mixed devotee who was attached to wealth and position. But what are these two devotees? They're pure devotees. They're not attached to anything. They're not attached to their body also. So Lord Vishnu arranges to kill his dedicated pure devotees to fulfill the desire of mixed devotees who are not even properly pure devotees. So what kind, her teacher is saying, what kind of Lord are we worshipping? Are we worshipping someone who will, tomorrow we can't tell, tomorrow he may arrange to kill us also. So are we worshipping that kind of Lord? And we are not worshipping people like Indra or Shiva, who will just fulfill our desires. Tatastu, tatastu. Anything you ask, they'll say, okay, okay, okay. We're not worshipping them, but we are worshipping someone who will arrange to kill us also. We can never tell what will be his plan for us. And that plan may be totally opposite or disastrous from our perspective. So, what kind of Lord are we worshipping? Then our teacher answered that pure devotees, will see the intention of the Lord as very pure. Pure devotees understand that if Lord has done this, it is done for my good. So as soon as Dadichi died, actually when Dadichi was dying, he didn't even feel the pain because he was so absorbed in Krishna that the pain was not felt by him. So, so uh, I'm very afraid of pain. If doctors will come to give me one injection, I'm really very, very scared. So these days, if my blood test has to be done, I've also discovered that I just keep on focusing on Krishna, Krishna, holy names. Krishna, I'm not this body. Krishna, I am your part and parcel. Krishna, I'm your part and parcel. And then that injection is not so much, or the pain, whatever is happening, is not much felt by me. So for me, if it can work, then for Dadichi definitely was so fully absorbed that he didn't even become aware when his body's bones were taken, and when he lost his life, immediately Lord Vishnu takes him. Rudrasura, immediately Lord Vishnu takes him. So, Lord Vishnu arranged to kill two devotees, to grab them to his arms with love. It is not with the intention of killing. See, for Lord Vishnu, for his pure devotees staying in material world and suffering, that's not a great thing. They coming back to his arms and he having them close to his heart, that is the most beautiful thing. And for devotees also, being close to Lord Vishnu is everything. Being away from Vishnu is very painful. So it was an award only for the devotees, but for materialists it may appear like a loss. But for devotees, devotees know that, devotees have the faith. Another class was going on in Shishadrapuram temple, where when Ramchandra Prabhu was giving a class, and he was telling that, what is the difference between the cobbler and the Brahmana? Narada Muni goes to both the people and they both say, find, just tell, when you meet Krishna, just ask him when I'll go back to Godhead. And when Narada Muni goes to Vishnu and he comes back, and he asks, these two people ask, Brahmana asks, when will I go back to Godhead? So he says, you will take several lifetimes to go back to Godhead. Huh? I'm doing so much of reading Veda, Purana, and all that. Okay, tell. I don't believe that. I mean, what was Krishna doing? You tell. When you went, what was Krishna doing? So Krishna had told, when they asked that question, you have to say this answer. So he says the same answer. And what was the answer? Krishna was trying to put the elephant into the, through the eye of the needle. Big elephant through the small eye of the needle. He was trying to pass. Yeah, ha, 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 ha. He said, Brahmana, how can that happen? That can never happen. How can, I don't believe that, that Vishnu can do that or Krishna can do that. Then he said, then Narada thought, he can't believe he does not have faith in Krishna, that Krishna can do anything. He's doubting Krishna. Hmm? Okay, then he went to the cobbler and he said, you will go in this lifetime only. Really? I'll go. Okay. How I can believe that I'm not even doing anything? I'm just stitching the chappals and not doing any Shastra study. What was Krishna doing? When you went, Krishna was putting the elephant through the eye of the needle. Oh, Krishna is really great. He can do anything. How he can believe that he can do anything? Narada Muni asked. He said, in the big banyan tree is there in the small seed of the banyan tree. In a very tiny seed, if a big banyan tree can be fit by the Lord, then through the tiny hole of the needle, an elephant can also be fit. For him, what is not possible? He is so great. For him, anything is possible. So you see, the teacher said, Ramchandra Prabhu said, see, it's a matter of faith. That the amount of faith that the cobbler had, that proves that he will go back to God. Why? Because even in Nectar of Instruction, Rupa Goswami has written very clearly three levels of devotees. The lowest level of devotees are called Kanishtha. They have very minimum faith. They're called Kanishta because their faith is minimum. Their knowledge is also minimum about the Lord and about devotional service, about the devotee. Okay, then what about the next level? That's Madhyamadhikari. They have very good faith, but they may not be able to give so much faith to someone who does not have faith. It may be difficult for them to convince the other person. That's a Madhyamadhikari. But what's a Uttamadhikari? Uttamadhikari, if he sits next to another person and he speaks, that other fellow has to get convinced. That is Uttamadhikari. So, Uttamadhikari's that faith is tremendous. Like the Kanishtadhikari, the junior most devotee, his faith is like a banana tree. Banana tree, if two people will nicely push with all your energy, it will fall down. That is the faith of The Kanishtadhikari means two people go and try to convince him saying, no, Krishna, Sai Baba is God. You say, oh, maybe Sai Baba is God. Or there is one person called Kalki Bhagavan. He is God. Kalki Bhagavan comes after 4 lakh years. Now you say somebody is claiming, somebody actually is claiming himself as Kalki Bhagavan. So he is God, he gave me this, he gave me that. This fellow will start believing. That is a Kanishtadhikari. His faith is very weak. When somebody says something else, he will get convinced because his knowledge also is weak. But Uttamadhikari, his faith is so strong, it's like a banyan tree. If you try to shake it, you get shaken up, but banyan tree will not shake. Like that. So Uttamadhikari, whatever he speaks, the other person will get convinced. So like that, 3 levels of devotees are there. And so why I told you this was, I was telling you that about faith. Yeah, this cobbler's faith, you see, was unshakable faith. Oh, he had his own explanation to say why Krishna is really passing the elephant through the eye of the needle. If he can pass a big banyan tree inside a small seed, then definitely can pass one elephant. What is not possible? So we should have that faith. And how the faith will come? By doing devotional service. There's no shortcut to success. We have to do devotional service daily as attentively as possible. So that is going to yield its fruit of Krishna Prema one day. There is no shortcut. Just do sadhana, sadhana, sadhana as sincerely, as sincerely, as sincerely as possible. And that is going to decide how much fast Krishna will give us mercy, because Krishna is also observing our sincere sadhana. So devotees will worship only that kind of master who is going to give Krishna prema, and that is Krishna, or Vishnu. But these people, those who are materialists, they will go to people who will easily give them benedictions. So that is why the asuras would go only to devatas to get easy benedictions. Why devatas? Because they are attached to their position, their prestigious position. But devotees will never go anywhere. That's why Prahlad Maharaj is saying, I will not want to go to a master who will give me such material boons. I don't want. Like that, he's saying. So, okay, now, that says here, a servant who desires material profits from his master is certainly not a qualified servant or pure devotee. Similarly, so he's saying, so I want to be a pure devotee, so I don't want any material benedictions. Even if Narasimhadev wants to give him, but Prahlada is saying, no, I don't want. Please don't give me anything. Hmm? And he's saying that even even a master, similarly, a master bestows benedictions upon his servant because of a desire to maintain prestigious position as master. It's also not a pure master. So, someone who is just giving something to maintain his prestigious position is also not a pure master. Therefore, he is not saying that Narasimhadev is not pure master, but he is saying that the Lord means Narsimha or Krishna or Vishnu, they will not give anything which is bad for us. And devotees like me, Prahlad is saying that I should not even ask something which is bad for me. Why you should take the trouble of not giving me something bad? I should also be qualified to say no to anything which is not good for me. Therefore, I am saying a no. So now what is the time? Because today I am a little short of time. I'll do one more word. This is a little big, no problem. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 10, Text 6. Aham tvakamastvadbhaktas tvam cha swami anapashrayah nanyate havayor artho raja sevakayoriva. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Oh my Lord, I am your unmotivated servant and you are my eternal master. There is no need of our being anything other than master and servant. You are naturally my master and I am naturally your servant. We have no other relationship. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Jivera Swarupahaya Krishnera Nityadasa. Every living being is eternally a servant of Supreme Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 5 verse 29, Bhoktara Mijnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, means I am the proprietor of all planets and I am the supreme enjoyer. This is the natural position of the Lord, and the natural position of living being is to surrender unto him. Sarvadharman Parityaja, Mamekam Sharanam Raja. If this relationship continues, then real happiness exists eternally between master and servant. Unfortunately, when this eternal relationship is disturbed, the living entity wants to become separately happy and thinks that the master is his order supplier. In this way, there cannot be happiness, nor should the master cater to the desires of the servant. If he does, he is not the real master. Real master commands, you must do this, and real servant immediately obeys the order. Unless this relationship between the Supreme Lord and the subordinate living entity is established, there can be no real happiness. The living entity is Ashraya, always subordinate, and the Supreme Personality of God is Vishaya, the supreme objective, the goal of life. Unfortunate persons trapped in this material world do not know this. Nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnum. Illusioned by the material energy, everyone in this material world is unaware that the only aim of life is to approach Lord Vishnu. Aradhanam sarvesham, aradhananam sarvesham, Vishnur aradhanam param, tasmat parataram devi, tadiyanam samarchanam. Means in the Padma Purana, Lord Shiva explains to his wife Parvati, the goddess of Durga, the goddess Durga, that the highest goal of life is to satisfy Lord Vishnu, who can be satisfied only when his servant is satisfied. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore teaches Gopi Bhartu Padakamalayur Dasanu Dasaha. Means one must become servant of the servant. Prahlad Maharaj also prayed to Lord Narasimhadeva that he might be engaged as a servant of the Lord's servant. This is prescribed method of devotional service. As soon as a devotee wants the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be his order supplier, the Lord immediately refuses to become the master of such a motivated devotee. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 verse 11, the Lord says, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamyaham. As one surrenders unto me, I reward him accordingly. Materialistic persons are generally inclined to material profits. As long as one continues in such an adulterated position, he does not receive the benefit of returning home back to Godhead. So you see here, Prahlad Maharaj just previously told that if someone is fulfilling the desires of an unqualified servant because he's attached to his prestigious position, then he is not a master. And then he's also making it more clear that, but I am your unmotivated servant and you are my eternal master. You see, means Narsimhadev is not like them. He is his eternal master. Like there is no need of our being anything other than master and servant. And means I just want to be your servant and nothing else. That's what he's saying. You are naturally my master and I'm naturally your servant. We have no other relationships. Means as a servant, I'm here to only serve you. And as a master, you should only accept my services. But you don't serve me in any way by giving me my material desires, fulfilling and all that. No, I don't want. I just want to be a servant. Then Prabhupada is explaining many things here. He says that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also is telling that all jivas, not just Prahlad Maharaj is eternally a servant, but all jivas are always servants of Krishna. Krishna and Nitya Das. Who all of us are eternally servants of Krishna. So when we are all eternally servants of Krishna, Prahlad is also eternally servant of Krishna, and he is saying that I am eternally a servant and you are eternally my master. It's perfectly correct. So Prabhupada is explaining like that. So and also Prabhupada says, even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also is saying that I am the actual boss. See, one thing is that he's saying through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we are all eternal servants and Krishna is the eternal boss. And through Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita, he's explaining how he is the master. Bhoktaram Yajnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Because I'm the master of all the planets, because all the planets are created by him only. So when he is created, he has supplied all the ingredients and he has supplied all the living entities. He is the master, of course. So Prabhupada is nicely proving. So if this relationship of servant and master continues, then there will be happiness. Otherwise, there will be eternal unhappiness. That's what Prabhupada is saying. If this relationship continues, then real happiness exists eternally between master and servant. Unfortunately, when this eternal relationship is disturbed, the living entity wants to become separately happy and thinks that the master is his order supplier. In this way, there cannot be happiness as long as we are into a sarva kamova mood. As long as we are asking, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that, we can't be happy because Krishna will give if it is going to help. But a person who is into only asking for this and that, once one desire is fulfilled, he'll come up with another desire. Then he'll come up with another desire like that. So this way it cannot work out, Prabhupada is saying. And Prabhupada also says that we don't have to worry. Oh, I have desires now. What to? Don't worry, because Krishna is a real master who commands. Prabhupada says he commands. You must do this. Like Krishna in the previous purport we saw, Krishna may take away things. If we are really wanting to be a servant, he may take away the things we are attached to, so that we may depend on Krishna. So, like this, Krishna is such a nice master that he knows what to give and what to take back from the devotees or from the aspiring devotees. So, he's a real master and he's an expert master and he's an intelligent master. He knows how to help the servant who's an aspiring servant to become a servant by taking away things which he does not need. So, um, so here Prabhupada is saying living entity is Ashraya, always subordinate, and the supreme person of God is Vishaya, supreme objective or the goal of life. So unfortunate persons trapped in this material world do not know this. Illusion by material energy, everyone in the material world is unaware that the only aim of life is to approach Lord Vishnu. You see, Dhruva Maharaj, he approached Lord Vishnu. Not because he thought Lord Vishnu is the only aim of life, because he thought sitting on father's lap is his only aim of life. But to sit on the father's lap, he went looking for Vishnu as if Vishnu is the only goal of his life. So in any case, we have to come to that. The whole meaning is, in any case, even if we have so many desires, we should not treat Krishna as our order fulfiller, order supplier. No, then we may not have access to Krishna. Means we will feel, oh, he didn't give me this, he didn't give me that, so I don't want Krishna. I'll go to Sai Baba, I'll go to Kalki Bhagavan, I'll go to someone else. No, this way it won't work out. Because we will ourselves, it's not that Lord will deprive us or something, but we will be deprived of the Lord because we feel, oh, he's not giving me. So when we treat him as an order supplier, then we will not have the opportunity to continue to serve him. But even if we have hundreds of desires, no problem. How to not lose Krishna from our heart is when we approach Krishna, let us not mix up our desires while we pray to Krishna. While we pray, let's only pray. When we desire, we only desire. But when we pray, let's only pray. And pray till we get it. That's what Dhruva Maharaj did. He prayed till he got darshan of the Lord. And once he got darshan of the Lord, by the Lord's darshan, he lost the desire also. And that we can understand. See, suppose if we are so much into eating, our favorite food, so much into eating, but if we also have an exam to write, and then what we will do, and if we are really particular, we want to do well also in the exam, then we will start focusing and studying, 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 and we want to do well. So we sometimes forget our eating timetable also, and finally we complete our studies. We are so happy, and we do very well in the exam. We are so happy, and we get very good marks. We are so happy. That time, the thing that we were very fond of eating that comes into our this, we are not so excited as we used to be in the past. Like, okay, this also came, okay, nice, like that. But I'm so happy I got 100 out of 100. We will have that kind of attachment and we'll be celebrating that 100 out of 100 so much that eating won't be the focus. Something like that. I mean, just giving a very crude example. Like that for Dhruva Maharaj, who kept aside his desire of eating, means of enjoying the concept of mentally eating, Boga, Raja Boga Sukanichi. He was thinking of enjoying the kingdom bigger than Brahma's, but when he kept it aside and focused only on tapasya, he got the taste for tapasya and he also got to see the Lord. The happiness that finally I got to see the Lord is so much that time it's natural, like how a 100 out of 100 student will temporarily not have interest in eating, when he's celebrating, he will just eat. If it comes to his hand, he will eat, but his heart will be celebrating more on 100 out of 100 than on eating. Similarly, little Dhruva also said, no, I don't want that anymore. I want you all the time. I want to come back to your kingdom. I don't want that kingdom anymore. Like that. So the desire also will be gone. That will go only when during chanting, let's only chant. Chant while you chant, like play while you play, and something is there, na? Work while you work. Something like that. There's a slogan in English. Uh, Makes a Jack a happy, healthy boy, or something like that. So like that, if we can chant while we chant and do devotional service while we do devotional service, without remembering about our desire and without asking for my devotional service, give something back. So our Gaurang Krishna Prabhu was saying yesterday that, see, we were saying that I chanted so much, why Krishna didn't give me? But when we chanted, we are only thinking of, will Krishna give me? Will Krishna give me? There was no focus. When we chanted, when Krishna came, we were not with Krishna. Now we are saying, why Krishna is not coming to me and giving me this and that. When you are chanting, you are not with Krishna. And after chanting, you are asking, will you give me? When you are chanting, you are with your material desire. You are not with Krishna. And after chanting, you are asking, why Krishna didn't come to me and give me? So when Krishna came to me, you were with your desire. You were not there. So why should Krishna give you your material desire? Like that. Gauranga Krishna Prabhu asked. That made sense to me, and that is what we have to understand in this particular purport. That you see, Prahlad Maharaj prayed to Lord Narasimha that he might be engaged as servant of the Lord. This is prescribed method of devotional service. As soon as devotee wants Supreme Lord to be his order supplier, Lord immediately refuses to become the master of such a motivated devotee. Lord says, Ye yatha mam prapadyate tam sataiva bhajamiham. As one surrenders unto me, I reward him accordingly. Means the Lord says that if you surrender unto me, I will give you something. Means at least that much time. At least the time of prayer time, if we can fully surrender to the Lord, then to that extent, Lord also gives his mercy. So that if we have done even that much surrender, when Lord gives that much mercy, we will perceive the mercy of the Lord. We'll feel, I really felt that Lord is with me. Lord has given me this. So when we understand that Lord has given me this, then we will be attached to the Lord reciprocation part so much that will motivate us to do more of devotional service in a surrendered mode. So, surrendered mode of devotional service is most important. If we can do it 100%, then 100% Lord will be with us, always reciprocating. Then we will not have a need to ask anything because Lord will personally take care of every need of ours. But if we go behind only asking all the time, then Lord refuses to be our master. Means we will refuse to continue to serve Him. In other words, Lord is very merciful. So Lord refuses to be our master means we ourselves will step back when we're only wanting material gifts and we don't get, then why do you even want the time to pray? We will not even want to pray, which is like actually Lord taking back the mercy. He's not, he's taking away a taste to chant the holy names, means he's taking back the mercy in one sense. It's because we don't want the mercy, means he's actually fulfilling our desire of not wanting to pray by taking away our desire to pray. He's actually then also fulfilling our desire only. So we should really internally desire to serve the Lord. And Prahlad Maharaj just wanted to be servant of the Lord, and that should be our desire. That's all for today. Thank you very much. And the time is 6:32. Yes, I wanted to stop at this time so that we can take some questions and we can end by 6:50 today because I have two classes. One December 31st, a local preaching is there, third canto, as many chapters I have to cover. And then in another few days, I have my exam of sixth canto, 10 chapters. So I have to prepare for more than 10 chapters in next 10 to 15 days. That is why I will not take a long time class today. We will just do question answers quickly. Hare Krishna. Or any comments? You want to add some point? Please add. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please don't worry about your test and Lord Krishna will take care of everything. Everything will be very good. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prabhu. I'm worried because my preparation is not happening with that depth. That is why I'm trying. I sat yesterday for 2 hours and 2 or 3 hours and covered only 20 pages. I was worried
Lord,
now so many pages. Like that.
Lord Krishna will take care of everything, even when you don't study. He will take care of.
Oh, thank you, Prabhu. No, but I want to study. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your blessings. May I, by all your blessings, cover very nicely lot of canto also and lot of 10 chapters of sixth canto also before my exam. Nice. This my prayers. Please bless me, all of you, that I may be able to cover and I may be able to do justice to my Bhagavatam Bhakti Vaibhava course. Hare Krishna.
Sure, we will do. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Thank you so much for this nectarine class and being so much busy. I just called you yesterday and requested, and you very kindly accepted this request.
Hare Krishna, Shyamasika.
Yes.
Haribol. Venu Prabhu is with me, and I just told about Mataji was just now saying pray for Mataji. So we all would like to definitely pray for Mataji's good health every time, and we would like to hear Mataji. Dandot Pranam Mataji. Hare Krishna. And
Dandot Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
yeah, so I have some family visiting our devotee family. So when I told about you, because they are hearing the class today, they are at our home today. So Prabhuji he said Prabhuji said that we should say this shloka to Mataji. So Prabhuji is saying some shloka.
Dandot Pranam Mataji.
Oh. Dandot Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Nice to meet all of you.
Thank you, thank you. We have in Bhagavad Gita in second chapter, Neha Vikramana Sosti Pratyavayo Navidyate Swalpamapi Asya Dharmasya Trayato Bhato Bhaya. So that is the one actually protects us. And so, Lord Krishna's mercy, everything will be all right.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
much.
Dandot Pranam.
Thank you so much for all your blessings. Dandot Pranam. I actually had some problem. I had some growth, but it was non-cancerous. And it went on its own. When doctor was examining, it came in doctor's hand. Somehow it dwindled. It was very steady and firm, but it got rotted by the time I reached the doctor, and it was non-cancerous. So like this, like how Krishna is protecting by all your prayers for my health, it worked. I'm only surprised. Doctor is surprised. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
You're a great soul. You're inspiring many
You are
souls.
great devotees. Your blessings have worked on me.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. Nice to hear about this. And definitely Krishna will protect you from every difficulty. Hare Krishna. Because
Thank you so much.
You are sharing such wonderful nectar every morning. It is good classes. We are really getting something from these classes, and everyone is really happy to hear you. Hare Krishna.
How nice. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Welcome.
I'm so much feeling blessed that how Krishna is, making my little bit of efforts reach to so many people through your kind of devotees. When you come to India, you could have forgotten about this class, but you made sure that you made everybody here also, which I cannot just. It's really costless mercy. I am getting blessings because of your kind of devotees. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. We can pray for you now. And best of luck for your exams. And
Thank
for
you.
your health. And we can all chant for you now. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Savita Mataji, we can chant?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes,
let's.
Mataji, we'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama.
Hare.
Thank you
Bol.
so much. Thank you so much, my dear devotees. I chanted for all of you. I said, they are praying for me. Krishna, please accept my prayers for all of them. Thank you for your prayers.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Mataji.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So let us
Hare
pay
Krishna.
obeisances to all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarvesha kripa sindhu Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, जय शरण दास ठाकुर की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, हर ग्रेस अमृत माधवी माता जी की जय.
All
Thank you
good
so
Lord.
much,
Thank
Mataji.
you.
All the
Thank you
best
so
for your
much.
exam
All the
and
best,
good luck for
Mataji.
your
Thank you
health,
so
Mataji.
much. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
And
Krishna.
Hari Bol,
Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hare Bol.
Hari Bol.
Vera. Kubera is the
Close?
Yes.